Yeah, I would say my dad was probably a big influencer as far as inspiring me to just work hard at anything I want to do and to achieve. He works construction and then also does really high-end custom cabinetry, stuff like that, and woodworking. And so, I mean, I was up at 4 a.m. and home at 10 p.m. and the same schedule every day when I was working with him in the summers. And so, you know, I was like, man, if I want to be good at anything, this is kind of the routine I'm going to have to get into. So he definitely taught me how to work hard. You know, playing sports, especially with fans and watching really high-level athletes, everyone's consumed with speed and athleticism, and that was something I never really had growing up. And playing volleyball, it's almost a requirement, right? You have to be fast, you need to be strong, you need to be able to jump high, and I never had those things. And so I felt like I learned how to compete at this game in a way without having those attributes. And then later on in my life, I actually was able to, you know, acquire those through hard work. And so it was kind of cool because now I felt like I've become much more of an all-around player, and I'm able to work my way out of situations, not just being physical, but using the intellectual side of the game and attributes that I had earned earlier on when I wasn't super physical. So I'd say that was, you know, something that was somewhat of an adversity at first, because I was competing against guys that were so much more athletic than me when I first started playing. Playing with Jake these last 4 years has been pretty awesome. Being able to win gold medals on the World Tour has been like some of the most epic tournaments and matches ever, but I'd have to say the most memorable was the first AVP match I won in 2009, the same week my first son Cash was born. So it was kind of this epic week of firsts for me, and so it was really cool and a lot of emotions, highs and lows, and I mean, it was crazy. So I would say that was probably the most memorable for me, because that was kind of where I somewhat realized I could do it at a real high level and had a future in the sport. When you represent the United States of America, you want to be represented and remembered as someone who was respectful and who had passion and love of the game, and, you know, took time to, you know, talk to fans and sign autographs and stuff like that. You know, those are the things that people remember, and those are always the things that I think about whenever I have a match that's over, and I'll spend as long as possible signing autographs and talking to kids and asking them if they play and where they play and how long. And so I'm remembered as someone that, you know, really loved the sport and loved being a good ambassador of the game.